10-Minute Jazz Lesson Podcast, episode 471. Hey everybody, welcome back to episode 471 of the 10-Minute Jazz Lesson Podcast. So this week we are going to continue our series on the amazing foundational jazz rhythm, the Charleston. And what we're going to start doing, that we'll be doing for the rest of the month, is investigating variations on this rhythm and how that can benefit us and also teach us a lot about rhythm in general, phrasing, how we can get our time more solid. It'll bring us brand new ideas. And the cool part is there's kind of a through line where we're always going to be relying on that rhythm that we talked about in episode 470 as our base of operations. So if you haven't checked out that episode, really highly recommend going back and checking out episode 470. But remember, the basic Charleston rhythm is this. So it's just that one and the and of two. One and two and. One and two and. One and two and. One and two and. Now remember, what we wanted to do last week was just spending some time getting to know this rhythm, right? Like being in its presence, singing it, tapping it on our bodies, and then maybe even attempting to play a couple choruses over a B flat or an F blues using this rhythm as the accompaniment at the end of the day. So if you haven't done that stuff, you really need to get used to it, because now we're going to start manipulating this a little bit. Okay, so we're going to do two variations this week. The first one is that we are just going to put a note on beat 4 as well. And I'm sure you've heard this a whole bunch in a bunch of different styles and recordings of jazz, but we're just going to take that original 1 and the and of 2, and we're going to add a quarter note on beat 4. Dot, 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 dot. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. 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 Okay? It sounds like this. Let me play another drum track for you. So you can hear how the groove changes a little bit, right? So same thing as we talked about last week. What we want to start by doing is just getting this thing stuck in our heads and singing along with it. So we just want to sing that bass drum pattern. Dot, 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 making sure that we can line up with it. What you might want to also do is tap your feet to this rhythm. Boom, 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 boom. Here's something you can do that will really, really get you into this rhythm and might be a little bit tough for you. Try with one of your hands to do 2 and 4, so the hi-hat rhythm. And then with your foot, try to do the bass drum rhythm. So in effect, you're playing the drums, right? So your foot is going to be going boom, 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 and one of your hands is going to be going. And this is such a good exercise, right? It's essentially turning you into a drummer. And this would be a really, really worthwhile thing to pursue, even if you have zero aspirations of ever playing the drums. Developing that coordination and having to really, really work that out, where two of your appendages are doing different things, is going to be so, so, so good for you, okay? Now, I want you to notice one thing. All of these bass drum hits basically have equal weight. Dot, 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 dot. They're all pretty big, right? They're all very heavy. And the reason why I bring that up is because with this next rhythm that we're going to do this week, that all of a sudden changes. So let's check out this second rhythm that we're going to look at this week. So what's changed? Well, you notice that that original Charleston rhythm is still there. Dot, 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 dot. And our new rhythm, the one that we just went over, is there. Dot, 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 dot. But what's happening every other bar in the bass drum? We have the and of 3 as well, don't we? Dot, 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 dot. Now, that addition of that additional offbeat, the and of 3, every other bar, doesn't it make this groove just bounce so much more? And why is that happening? Well, in essence, what we're doing is we're taking more syncopation and incorporating it, right? So the Charleston rhythm itself is syncopated because we have on the beat, off the beat. Then we added one more note that was on the beat when we did our beat 4. Now what we're doing is we're adding one more note that's off the beat, right? And it's just bouncing more and more and more and more. It's becoming more interesting. It's becoming more rich. We're building, right? We're building into something here. And that's the basic idea of what we're going to do all month. Now, I want you to notice one more thing about this, okay? Notice that the and of 3 is a lighter touch on the kick drum. And this is really important because now that we're getting into more things happening, every note can't be of equal weight, right? So what you'll hear is this. Bop, bop, ba-dot, bop, 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 bop. So do you hear that? Whether you realize it or not, that's such a huge part of what makes that groove sound so good. So if you play a wind instrument or a linear instrument, like something that does a lot of soloing, this should really make you think, right? Because you might be delivering really, really awesome information in terms of like your note choice and how hip your note choice is, and you're doing all these really, really cool patterns, and you know, you've taken a bunch of licks from your heroes and you're still going, geez, why is this not sounding as good? This one little thing, the fact that the and of 3 is less accented than the notes around it, and the effect that that has on the way that it feels is basically everything, right? So if you have a solid time feel and you're playing really cool stuff and you're like, man, this just, I don't know, there's something missing. My delivery is not very impactful. This is something to really think about. And honestly, if you sit with this recording and you can really nail the weight of that bass drum and you can reflect it, like let's say that you're playing the bass drum pattern with your hand on your leg. If you can really get the if you can really understand the accent pattern and how to reflect that with your foot or your hand or your voice, it's really, really great practice for when you're eventually playing this stuff on your instrument and maybe you have to do it with your tongue. So basically your assignment this week is to, first of all, just let these two grooves play, right? And the Patreon members will get both of these grooves so that you can put it on in the background while you're doing whatever, and you could just absorb these rhythms, right? And then what you should do is, on top of absorbing them, you should try to reflect them. So you should sing the patterns. You should play them on your body. You should dance around the room to this stuff so that you are really like embodying the rhythms, literally embodying. We're using our bodies to reflect these rhythms and get deep inside them and make sure that they are second nature to you. So if you were walking down the street, somebody randomly came up to you, hey, sing me a Charleston rhythm, you should boom, 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 without even thinking about it. And the amount of good that's going to do for you, you can't even quantify it. I would go as far as to say, without any hyperbole, that this is kind of the basis for everything. If you want to play at a high level and sort of play authentically, for lack of a better term. So if you want to get your hands on all the materials, all the supporting materials from this episode, we are a listener-supported podcast, which means we don't do any kind of advertisements on the show. Instead, we rely on the people getting the benefits out of this stuff, you, the jazz student, to support us and keep this thing going. We do that through the Patreon platform in the form of a very small monthly donation. In return for that donation, you do get worksheets and practice tracks and all kinds of amazing stuff with every single episode. You also get access to our entire back catalog. So you can learn more about that and get yourself signed up for instant access to everything by going to our website, 10minutejazzlesson.com, and clicking on one of the Patreon banners, or you can go to patreon.com and you could search for the 10-Minute Jazz Lesson. You will see all of the stuff over there, the different donation levels, and all the information on what you get. Thank you so much if you choose to do that. That's really a big deal. Again, that's how we keep these shows coming out. And of course, to everybody over there supporting us, thank you. We could not do this without you. Have a great weekend, everybody, and we'll talk to you soon. Bye.